They should be getting started here in just about a minute. Oh, I guess the delay is lower than thought. Hope I wasn't too slow with the the part in the race trim. They're a little out of sync, but that's okay. We got so we're both going into level 1 to start with. You can do 1 first or 2 first. There's no such thing as 3 first and second quest because level 3 is recorder blocked. But in races, we usually do level 1 first because if you don't get a lucky bomb in level 2, there's not much you can do. Here, if you don't get a lucky bomb, which jkoper did, you saw him get that from the orange Korea there. Plus, he got it from the Octrock on the way in. But either way, so Ugondis did not get his bomb, so he's going to have to come up to these blue Gorillas. They have a static bomb. They also have 5 hit points each, but fortunately he kept coming up here. So he's going to run up and grab that 5-er. The jkoper into Aquamentus as the lead out of level 1 thanks to the bomb luck. And they're probably going to 2 next. I think they're both doing magical sword routes, but we'll see. jkoper coming up here to grab the power bracelet, which is required in second quest. We got a level under a dungeon, and I'm not sure I know where he's going next, but I think he took a wrong turn. So he's gonna clip over here and into where the blue ring and the cheap meat were in first quest. We now find a level 2. Ugondis not too far behind him, also picking up his power bracelet. So those Gibdos the jkoper skip do have a key. He may be routing the keys differently, or he may be getting that after the up A. We'll see. This is second quest 90% with up A allowed. We have 2 no up A first quest categories, plus this and swordless first quest, which allow. So 2 of our categories allow up A, 2 do not. And Ugondis killing Gibdos on the way in. jkoper going for this manhandle key. This is potentially the quickest key, but also the deadliest. If I would just abandon it. Yeah, he's gonna get a different key somewhere else. Because it's a manhandle, it's very high RNG and can ruin your run, and you can't really afford to be out of bombs at this point. So tries for it, but doesn't try to use his last bomb to get it. Ugondis similarly tries for it, but gives up to hang on to his bomb because this wall the jkoper's opening requires a bomb. You have to go a different way or something if you don't have a bomb, so not what you want. So No manhandle key for either runner, and jkoper also skipped the Ibdo key, so we'll see how what he routes instead. In terms of item progression, second quest is a bit more linear than first quest. As I mentioned, you can't go 3 first, but the key routing is quite a bit tighter because there are fewer keys overall. So some choices to make. Ooh, jkoper down to half a heart on this Gleeok fight, but he gets through it, and he's out of level 2. jkoper left level 2 with 0 bombs, which is probably okay for a while, but Ugondis went ahead and refilled his bombs. jkoper going into level 6. We cannot beat level 6 right now. We don't have the bow, and the boss is a Goma. So what are we doing here? Well, there are some keys. Mentioned the key routing is a little complicated in second quest, and there are some keys that I think are intended to troll casual players in levels 4 and 5 that are blocked by rivers. So going in here early, grabbing the ladder, and leaving allows us to. It ends up being quicker than trying to find alternatives to those keys. And Ugondis joining jkoper on the ladder dive here. And so jkoper went in and damage boosted through those whiz robes to get a key that's in that room, and he up A's and he's out. And he's going up here to this grave location. We'll see if he getting the heart container. Did Ugondis go back in for the key or not? Some people get the key on the second dip in level 6, so I'm not sure what he did. And Ugondis taking the potion here. Interesting. There are a few different ways to route the hearts. They're making slightly different choices. Yeah, jkoper soldering on the world wrap a bit, giving Ugondis a chance to catch up. And you'll notice that he clips right back into the forest. You'll see, looks like Ugondis taking the same path, and they will head over into level 3, which is the first quest level 2 location, but instead of a normal level entrance, it's a lake. But fortunately, we just got the recorder out of 2, so we can go in. A lot of randomizer levels are like this, but second quest level 3 is the only level in the vanilla game where the heart container and boss are not right next to the Triforce. Both of them killing those Dodongos, which you actually don't have to do, but I think they're both getting magical swords, so they wanted that heart container. They are in the same room as they finish off level 3. And with simultaneous Triforce pickups. So, most likely they're both going to get the White Sword now. The White Sword, next to 2 levels in second quest. So while the first quest, the advanced RTA route, and we'll skip it, in second quest even the task gets the White Sword, because there are enough Hatchers and Gleeoks that it pays off, even with absolutely perfect play. Both of them grabbing this 30 secret. I think looks like they're aiming to, they'll need to buy a candle, and they may want to pay off the heart container in level 4. We'll see how they've routed that. Notice that jkoper got the heart container at the grave, and Ugondis got the potion at the grave. So jkoper may pay life, but I don't know. That doesn't necessarily mean anything, because they could be skipping or getting one later, so... Both of them in level 4, both of them going left to get this key. This is a diagonal room with a diagonal block shape with these Keesenzols. The bubbles, of course, take away your sword for a few seconds, which is pretty annoying. But not as annoying as the bubbles we have coming up. This second quest level 4 is the first instance we see of red and blue bubbles. The red bubbles take your sword more or less permanently. The blue bubbles give them back, but if you can't find a blue bubble, you have to either get to a Triforce grab, get to an overworld fairy fountain, take a potion, all the things that refill your health completely, or else save and reset. So. But for the most part, you'll see them chasing down blue bubbles when they get red bubbled. Very nice. Lack calls this room the bubble bobble. jkoper did very nice with it. Ugondis got clipped into his. This is a five sets of 2 blocks are in this room, and he's clipped into the middle, which is great. Except he didn't have beams, so it wasn't quite as great as it can be, but still safe. jkoper killing this room for a key now. As is Ugondis, and jkoper will clear these keys, and this is that one of those river block keys I mentioned. You'll notice the ladder deployed when you got it. There's no way to get it without the ladder, despite this being, if you were following, numerical dungeon order, you wouldn't have the ladder. I was talking, so I didn't. Yeah, so jkoper did pay health, which gives him all the money he needs for the rest of the run, because he has to buy a candle for 60, and then the candle can open 100 secret, which will pay for his arrows, and meat is not required in this category. Ugondis paying money, so he's gonna have to farm up some money to get his blue candle at some point. He's at 38 now, and he needs to be at 60 to buy the candle. So we may see Ugondis slowing down in level 8 to farm. Because jkoper shouldn't need to do that. Ooh, jkoper cutting it close. Smoking that, using 2 bombs to get that to Dongo and get that force. That's scary because the fireball can hit you before you complete the smoke and stab and take away the bomb force. But he clears it up nicely, and he's into the raft room. One of the more scarier rooms. Ugondis, meanwhile, on a bit lower health than he'd like to be in this gauntlet. Grabs a heart and an extra bomb. Both are nice to have. But jkoper has the raft room cleared, and he will pick up his raft and then backtrack to that Triforce you might have noticed he bypassed, because this required item that we need to get into the next dungeon is hidden behind the Triforce, because second quest has tricks up its sleeve. Raft room for Ugondis next. And he's going to potion because Blue Dark Nuts and Pulse Voice do 2 hearts of damage, so he was in one-hit knockout territory there. And Ugondis has his raft. So jkoper going into level 8. First thing, we have a room that's full of red bubbles. Let's see if he can get through it. He does. If you get tapped by a red bubble, you have to take a detour through several rooms to get to the next blue, because it is not on the way. Ugondis grabs his Triforce, and he will join jkoper in level 8 shortly. In the 90% run, we don't actually see a ton of level 8. It's actually a gigantic level, but there are 2 items that we have to get at 100%, but neither of them are required. So, Ugondis also through the red bubble room, but as predicted, he's farming money, because these ropes are in the money group, and he needs to get up to 60 before he leaves here. He's heading there. Ooh, jkoper got a little trolled by the Dodongos. Oh, but he gets it. jkoper cutting it close in the last 2 Dodongo rooms. In this one, you can backtrack to get a bomb. In the one in level 4, you have to up A out. There's no... You're trapped, and that's really frustrating. Alright, Ugondis got the money he needs, so he will continue the level, as you just saw jkoper do. Meanwhile, jkoper is whistling, probably whistling to... well, the whistle in second quest is a little eccentric. He whistled to the first quest level 3 location, which... he actually unlocked with the level 2 Triforce. From the game's perspective, some of the dungeons are flipped for the Triforce purposes, but the whistles are not that intuitive, but we know the route. jkoper goes over and burns the first quest bush. He did that by mistake in a qualifier, and another runner in the same qualifier made the same mistake, so I commented on the race stream. I don't know if he made the mistake again or if he was just having some fun there, because he did throw that flame and then back up really quick. The Ugondis right behind him. He's getting his blue candle in the same place. Jkoper has his arrows, and it looks like Jkoper's also going to buy some extra bombs, which is not a bad idea because we got a room of Wizrobes coming up in a spiral. Second quest overall has less combat, but and a lot of really difficult dodging rooms. But this is one of the bigger combat rooms coming out on Jkoper's side and Ugondis' side not long after. Jkoper into this Wizrobe spiral, dropping some bombs and finishing off with the white sword. He takes some damage, but so he's going to double clip to get out of this block. Because of the way the grid works, you can't just single clip there, going that direction. And he will go down and get his bow. And Ugondis not far behind him in the Wizrobe spiral himself. Now you can up A at the bow. The problem is you have to do the rest of the level with 3 hearts. But it looks like Jkoper's not doing that. He just menued to arrows. And the Goma has a key, so not up-Aing and killing the Goma will give him a key. Ugondis looks like he's also going for the Goma key. Ugondis double clipped on the way out. You can, I think you can clip. Well, no, yeah, you do have to double clip on the way out too. Well, you can just go a different direction, I think, and maybe get through it in one, but it doesn't matter. He did it very quickly. So Jkoper, killing some Zols, probably just to farm some health. He did get 1 heart out of him, because this river room is really scary. It is a quote-unquote free key. You just pick it up off the ground, but there's so much going on in that room. It's very easy to get hurt a lot. But Jkoper gets a clean manhandler, which is nice. He doesn't have to worry about bombs on the way to 6 now. Ugondis taking a bubble boost to save himself in that scary river room. And Handler getting a little out of control for him. Oh, I would potion. Yeah. Does. Jkoper finishing off Gleok. And Ugondis just a couple rooms behind him. Hey, those Vires do drop bombs sometimes. I never get them. That room has a Master Vire, so even though you can't one-shot a Vire with White Sword, some of them die as slaves and will drop random drops like that. So Jkoper doing the Root Quarter now. He's going to do the raft and whistle at the same time. Oh, but he set up the whistles wrong because that's what happens when you record her to level the equivalent of first quest level 5, which she unlocked with the level 4 Triforce here. Northwest of the level 5 screen is out of bounds, so it sends you back to start like that. What he intended to do was go to the graveyard like this, which puts him right back next to level 6, where he will go in and complete now. Ugondis doing the same thing. Yeah, I think it's interesting. When you clip out of bounds in this game, it sends you back to start. It's the same thing if you clip up. You can do the same thing clipping at the bottom of the screen. And it's impressive that the game doesn't just crash. All right, so Ugondis goes in and gets that key that jkoper got on the first dip. So I noticed the level 7 entrance is not meant to be. You're supposed to have to burn it from one side and then go around and come in from the other side. Since we can flip around the tree, we don't have to do that. But it's kind of trolly because you can't actually reach it from the side where you can get into it. And you can't get into it from the side where you can burn it, so... Nice ferry leaving Lagoon 1 for Ugondis. jkoper gets a nice bomb off Manhandla, so... Ugondis getting a tough pattern on the on this blue Goma here. He takes the 2 cycle. Alright, since we have the magical sword, we don't need to keep collecting heart containers, so we're just gonna give life away here. And there's a third lagoon, or a second, I guess it's the second lagoon to kill, but there are gonna be more darkness to come. And Ugondis is first out of level 7, and he will be heading to level 9 next. jkoper into Lagoon 3. Plenty of health, he should be out of here soon enough. And Ugondis is going to get the potion now. This desert potion's a little out of the way, but it's taking it into 9 with him. jkoper, meanwhile, grabbing the safety heart out of level 7, which Ugondis skipped. So, let's see if... Well, that was kind of slick. Ugondis whistled up earlier and then left the screen, so he only had... Because usually it's 2 whistles up here. Oh, but he missed the clip on the root quarter, so he has to go fix that now. Oh, unless he did that on purpose. No, okay, he got it right. This screen is where the letter is, by the way. Second quest. Will not let you buy a potion until you've navigated some Lionels. jkoper does not stop for a potion, so he's right behind him. Alright. Ugondis almost to the silver arrow room. Ugondis has such low health that he might up A here. Yeah, I mean, he might as well. It will change the Ganon spawn, but it saves about 20 seconds of walking. Since jkoper doesn't have a potion, we'll see what he does. He could up A, but it's risky. And jkoper is just going to walk the no up A path, so what he's going to do is he's going to go up from the... and then he'll take a staircase, and he will come in to the room, the Landmola room you just saw Ugondis kill from the bottom. Oh, yeah, I've made that mistake when you haven't played in a while too. I think he forgot that it was a bomb hole and not a push block. Oh no! That was not what jkoper wanted to happen with those Landmolas. It's frustrating. Usually you can win that damage race that he was going for, but... I want to stand back and arrow them now. Ugondis taking his potion. Let's see. Makes his way through this, Ooh, another death for jkoper. Not good. Landmola respawns every other time you come back to the room. It's the only enemy in the game that works like that. So, jkoper will see it again if he dies again, but hopefully that won't happen. The Ugondis on the penultimate Patra, which is not as mean as the one that's coming out. This expanding Patra with fireball turrets is arguably the hardest room in either quest. Although, if you know how to do it, it's doable. Particularly with Magical Sword. World record skips the Magical Sword and does this all on White Sword and 6 hearts. And Lack Attack and Shixel are tied to the second in this category, so worth watching those rounds if you haven't seen them. Alright, Ugondis first into the Ganon fight. He gets this wonky spawn, which happens when you up A. He knows how to deal with it. And he's got Ganon, and he's got game 1. GG's in chat. Ugondis taking game 1 here with a 39-01. jkoper gets a heart from the second to last Patra. This is still really scary. He also only has 1 rupee, so he can't fire it at Keys. He needs to save it for Ganon. He may be trying to build up a count for a fairy or something. I don't know how many times you get to reload this and get an orange. It's not getting cooperative spawns. Alright, that's exactly what he was doing. He got 16 kills with the fairy. He, slowing down to just finish this out. Cleopatra. And he gets a weird Ganon spawn because of his deaths. Ooh. But he gets him! And jkoper finishing with a 4109. 2-minute difference between them. We will be doing game 1 shortly. We'll be doing game 2 shortly here, so don't go away. Ugondis has all 3 of his save files as Zelda to follow up second quests, even if he selects the wrong file for some reason. But once again, we're going to try and get some drops and going into level 1. The bomb chances from the orange gorillas are on the 6th and 8th kill, so usually you kill 5 things on the overworld. There's also a bomb chance on the first kill, so... And jkoper, I don't think has killed anything, so yeah, jkoper's going for it for the Octorok first. Yeah, so what jkoper's strat does give him a 3rd chance, because he, if that Octorok had dropped, he would have already had a bomb, and he still has 2 chances on the gorillas from killing the rest of those Octoroks. They both get oh, jkoper takes a death. It's not a bad one, though. He's just 1 room away. Oh, he must not have gotten the key. He's he's re-clearing it. Alright. These wall masters and bubbles can be super annoying. So of course, you can't kill a wall master unless you're against the wall, but then the bubbles can come chase you to the wall and take your sword. Ugondis gets through it. And once again, we're going to go over to get the power bracelet to open level 4 later on, and then clip our way into level 2. In the first race, both runners tried for the manhandle key in 2, but then gave up on it when didn't go down easy. We'll see how if they do that again, and how manhandle treats them if they do. jkoper gets a nice bomb drop from the Gibdo here. He does take some damage, which is annoying, but... Ugondis not even bothering with the manhandle. He only had 2 bombs, so rather hang on to those than gamble them on the prospect of a faster key. jkoper does get the manhandle key, so that'll allow him to skip a key somewhere later on, and that is faster than any of the alternatives, so that will give him a bit of a leg up. He also got bombs out of it. It's one less thing to worry about. You know, this Keys room might be a little faster if we had beams. In order to do that, we'd have to skip the heart container in level 1, which would be crazy in a race, but the world record strat actually does do that. Got us first to the Gliok fight, but jkoper does have 5 bombs, so he might skip the. He's still gonna go for the darkness. I was gonna say he might skip these guys to save some time, but he gets the he gets a 5er off of them and leaves. So I guess happy enough for that. Ugondis out of 2, and jkoper right behind him. Alright, once again we're into the ladder dive. Gonna dip into level 6 real quick for this little mission to access some keys in some later dungeons, because second quest is weird. And in the first race, jkoper got the key out of level 6 on this pass, whereas Ugondis waited until second dip into level 6 to get it, which are both strats that have been used at the high level in the past. I think Ugondis' way is slightly faster, although I've never really understood why. It's... Oh, jkoper. Oh, jkoper may be skipping that key because he got the Manhandla. I didn't. I'll have to get everything else, including the Goma now, but he's probably planning on doing that anyway. So, or he could be getting it on the way, on the second dip too. Whatever he wants. Ugondis on the world wrap, clipping back into the forest. jkoper right behind him. Alright. Quick dip into level 3. We are going to get the heart container. Thanks to Dongos for jkoper, he closes the gap a bit there. Fighting these wall masters. I believe there are 8 wall masters in here. Ugondis out of 3. jkoper right behind him. Alright. So once again, because jkoper took the heart container at the grave where Ugondis took his potion, Coper's up a heart. He can pay life in level 4 and still get to the magical sword in time. So that's going to give him the advantage of not having to slow down to farm. But you'll mainly see that difference in level 8 because that's where most of the money gets farmed if you are doing a pay money route. High five as Ugondis comes out of the sword cave. jkoper going in. We'll both head into level 4 together. Yeah, and Ugondis pausing to pick up that rupee force from the Tektite. He must have been counting and know that was coming, because he does want every rupee he can get. He's at 90 now. He'll give away 50 to the old man, and he wants to get and he wants to farm about 20 more by the end of 8. They're slightly annoyed that those Zols, despite being in the rupee did not give him any rubies. Now, jkoper got hit by the bubbles in level 8. Oh, jkoper's doing 8 before 4, isn't he? That's interesting. So he got hit by the bubbles. That means he has to go down these stairs and go do this detour to find some blue bubbles, which are over here. And after the blue bubbles, he'll take another staircase, and that'll take him 2 rooms north of where he would have of the red bubbles. So if he just walked, it would have been 2 vertical transitions in a short room, whereas instead he had a staircase, horizontal transitions, lots of slowness. But this route variation is interesting. Ugonda's getting this key as jkoper makes his way through 8. I wonder if that was just a whim, or if he's wanted more bombs going into 4, or what? Ask. So Ugondis does pay money. He will, but he's at 58. Oh, that was the screen transition. He's at 46 rupees, so he'll need to get up to 60 and 8. A lot of those ropes that you saw jkoper just bypass, Ugondis will probably stop to kill because he needs some money from them. Yeah, jkoper going into 4 now. They're pretty close. Or so the 4 takes longer than 8, so. jkoper skipped that dark diagonal key too. That's interesting. Maybe he is getting the level 6 key on the second pass. Bubble's giving jkoper the business here. He's you notice there are 3 reds and only 1 blue, so often get cornered and then have to chase the other guy down. But he's through it. Meanwhile, Ugondis in the raft room. He gets that 5 at the end, means he only has to farm 9 rupees in 8, which is not that bad. Ugondis out of 4, jkoper a little bit behind him, but of course jkoper's already beaten level 8. So Ugondis is going to have to do that now. It will reconverge on the way into 5, I presume. Notice Ugondis pausing a little bit to buffer his way around those red bubbles, and pulling these ropes for some money. Nice clip to get that quickly. He just needs a couple more. Ooh, jkoper! Oh my gosh, he's so confident with that. Gets the Dodongo. If you get trolled and miss that Dodongo, it's a huge time loss because you're. But he gets it. It's scary though. Ooh. Oh, that's a rough death for jkoper. I think the Dodongos stay dead, and the Digdogger definitely stays dead. So, and the bubble room will stay dead. So it's mostly just walking to get back there, but you don't love it to see it. He might have done 8 first just to have the extra heart container here, but a little dangerous. Well, Ugondis in the level 8 Dodongos. If you like Dodongos, you'll love Second Quest, because plenty of them every time. Hard to say, Trails. Got half the run to go. Ugondis has exactly 60 rupees, so he can buy this candle, and then use the candle to get some more money, and use that money to buy arrows, and then head into level 5. Oh, jkoper got bubbled there. He has to backtrack to get to the blues. Oh no, this isn't a no up A category. You can die, and you don't have to touch back or anything. Oh, the Dodongos do come back. What jerks. Two and a half hearts here, not super comfy. The blue dark nuts and Pulse Voice both do 2 hearts of damage. jkoper gotta be careful here. Alright, he's through it. Oh, meanwhile, I wasn't even looking, but it looks like Ugondis had a pretty good spiral there. jkoper whistling to the first quest level 3 location now to pick up his candle. He will also get that 100 and buy his arrows. Ugondis into some scary stretch of level 5. That's buffering to make sure he doesn't get a Wizard beam to the back. And handle it. Pulls out arrows. Finishes off the manhandle. Still gets the bomb. He didn't get hit after storing the bomb on the core. And jkoper entering level 5 as Ugondis is nearly to the boss. Ugondis not even bothering to farm from those fires because he already has 7 bombs. The chance of a health drop not enough to slow down for. In his judgment. Let's hope that judgment's correct. And it is. He's out. So jkoper getting this Keys key. I forgot this was another option. So that'll make up for one of the keys he skipped earlier. jkoper, pretty good spiral. Ugondis, recording into the graveyard, will re-enter level 6. We're not up bang at the bow. He's going to go for the Goma key. That's it in one cycle. That left Goma is actually pretty tough. He nailed that. He nailed it though. A little more forgiving than the right, but it's still hard and not as easy as when he's just moving straight up and down. Ugondis going for this clip again. Gets it. jkoper on low health here. Yeah, he needs that. There are no more blue bubbles after this shutter, so he had to get that sword back before he left. Happy to see those 2 hearts drop from those Zulls, I'm sure. And I mentioned, couldn't see it until now, but I mentioned how horrible that room can be despite it just being a supposedly free key to just pick up. jkoper in some trouble now, and Manhandler gets him. Ugondis out of 6. Ugondis gonna head up and get his magical sword now, as jkoper trying again to get through 5. Jkoper fortunately already got that scary key, so he doesn't have to spend too much time there. Let's see if Manhandla could cooperate with him a little bit. Alright, a little bit. He didn't drop a bomb for him, but he does have 3 left. It would be great if the Vires would give him a heart, so he could go into Gleeok not beeping. But meanwhile, Ugondis is picking up his magical sword, and he will whistle to... No health for jkoper. I'm sure he appreciates the bombs, but not really what he was looking for. Very nice one-heart Gleeok fight for jkoper. He's out of 5. Meanwhile, Ugondis coming into this Darknut Gauntlet in level 7. He's got a Manhandle to get through in the next room or so, and not quite as scary with Magical Sword because you can just stab away those leaves if it gets away from you, but preferably he'd like it to die to the bomb. Nice first lagoon for Ugondis. jkoper making his way through 6. jkoper once again going the easy way for this key. It's a little slower than what you saw Ugondis did, but he's a bit safer. jkoper gets the 1 cycle on Lagoma in 6, and he's out of there. Meanwhile, Ugondis heading into the 3rd lagoon. Interesting thing about second quest, which is quite different from first quest, there's not nearly the bomb pressure at the end. You can run out of bombs here, and the room gives you a bomb. You saw he was on top of it, but his bomb count went up, I promise. And then the Landmola in 9 also gives you a bomb, so there are a couple walls, but not as dire as in first quest, where you have all those walls in 9, plus all the Wizrobe combat. The only Wizrobe combat in second quest 9 is the Silver Arrow room. Everything else is dodging. Well, with a caveat, there is a key that the world record route gets in 9 that adds a room of combat, but I think both of these guys are not routing that because it's really tough. jkoper picking up his 12th heart. He'll have his magical sword shortly. Meanwhile, Ugondis setting up the killing that Zola so he doesn't get messed with, and then setting up the recorder to head into 9. Definitely Ugondis' match to lose at this point. He won game 1, and he can end it right here. Ugondis has his silvers. He's at full health this time. I wonder if he'll up A again. In the last match he did. He is. He's gonna give up the health. He does have a potion in his pocket, so he can get the health back. I think even refilling those hearts is still it's still a little faster to up A than to do that walk. Oh, he got a little lost. Have to go left here. You go up on the first entrance, so it's easy to get confused. But jkoper carving his way through the lagoons. Careful in this pseudo lagoon, which we don't have to kill. Good Goma for jkoper. Another left Goma he one cycled. And Ugondis taking his potion. By the way, this room where he's potioning in is the key that the world record route gets, which is a pretty crazy thing to do, particularly since they're in there on White Sword with 6 hearts. Ooh. jkoper in some health trouble. These blue Darknuts are in the health group, but needs a little bit of luck. Come on, drop him something. Alright, he gets a heart. He's still in danger because the blue Darknuts do 2 hearts of damage. But at least it's not beeping in his ear anymore. But Ugondis is into the final Patra. Nice fight there. And here's Ganon. GG's in chat for Ugondis. He is going to finish this race and the series with a time of 37:37 in that second race. That's a really good race time. And jkoper sees that and hits the immediate forfeit. See if they want to join us here. And we have jkoper joining us in the comms booth now. I don't know if Ugondis is coming or not. He didn't answer when I asked. But, GG. jkoper, you're... Yeah. Yeah, so it's a rough run, but there was a lot of good stuff in that run, in those runs, despite obviously some rough spots. I did want to ask you, why did you go 8 before 4 in the second race? You did 4 before 8 the first one.
Right. The first time I had full health and I was feeling good, and the second time it's like I'm a couple hearts short and I'm just gonna go to the easier dungeon.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense.
I mean, then I went into 4 with an extra heart, and apparently the extra heart didn't help me. I don't know. That was crazy. I mean, that raft room. I got hit like 3 times in a row by that blue dark nut at least. I don't know how many hearts I had going into that room, but it was at least 3 times.
You got killed really fast because you got cornered by like 3 different monsters on under a block, and yeah, I could see what felt like you were blindsided. And Ugondis now joining us in the booth. GG, sir.
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
GG.
Yeah, thanks. That was a PB by like 25 seconds there. So that was.
Oh, nice.
Wow, great.
Yeah, yeah. I was actually looking at when I A-upped in 9, and I was looking. I was like, hey, this could PB, and then I accidentally went into the wrong room. And I'm like, oh, there's a good way to throw your PB away. And I turned around and okay.
Yeah. So, because you had full health at the silvers in the second race, so I wondered if you just skip the up A and take it safe. But you also had a potion in your pocket.
Yep.
So I guess
if I have a red potion, I A up there. If I have a blue potion, keep going and keep my life. Yeah.
All right. So jkoper, you'll get the bye in round 3. So this is the end of your tournament. I'm really glad you entered. I know you didn't do as well as you probably hoped, but you put up respectable fights in every category, and it's good to have you. Any final thoughts before we go?
Nope. I just thanks so much, John. I know you're working a lot here. I appreciate it a lot. And I'm having a great time. I keep getting better and better every time it seems like I play. So it's
Yeah, I meant final thoughts for jkoper. I did have one more question for you because so you're gonna move on to Ugondis to the 1-1 match in the third round of Swiss. That will be against me.
Right.
How many minutes are you gonna beat me by?
Well, it's second quest. I could get red bubbled. I could die. You know, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Well, put up times like you did tonight, and you got me. But
all right,
DM me around about when we want to schedule that.
No problem. Got it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how close that first race was. Like going into the land molas, might have been very close. And I fluted to the wrong spot at least a couple times. So, yeah.
Yeah, you were definitely ahead of me for quite a bit.
You were trading.
Yeah, but
we're trading the lead back and forth in both races, and there were some moments where you were neck and neck at the Triforce, and then jkoper made a whistle mistake, so you made it into the first dungeon faster. But then he'd catch up a little bit. It was very fun to watch, and it's great to see great to see second quest at this level. We don't see second quest races, period, very often, and so glad we could have that as part of this tournament. Even though we only a handful of us joined this section, I'm really glad we did it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the tournament. I guess I can focus on other stuff now. But good luck in the rest, guys.
Yep. Thanks,
right.
jkoper.
Yep. Thanks as always, jkoper, and thanks Ugondis for a great race. Thanks to SpeedGaming for the restream. You know, we're on SpeedGaming 5, but we also didn't have this race scheduled until this morning, so we had to. We were very lucky to get this slot at all, and we appreciate all the work going on behind the scenes. Tomorrow, I don't think it's been assigned yet, but on one of the SpeedGaming channels, we will have the semifinals of the swordless bracket. That is Captain Green 7 against Kron 119. They're both really, really good swordless runners. So you want to check that race out if you're around tomorrow night. But until then, we will bid you a good night. And Ugondis, I will send you a DM about when to schedule our race.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much, SpeedGaming. Very much appreciated.